Hello and welcome to the first episode of Hemp Healthy, where we're going to create healthy recipes with a focus on hemp. And here with me today is fellow athlete and nutrition major, Maddie. And as a first episode starter, we're going to start, it seems only fitting that we're going to start with breakfast foods. Today we're going to be making no-bake breakfast bars, hemp breakfast bars, and a delicious pineapple hemp smoothie. As an athlete, I find it, and a student, I find it really hard to find really quick, easy recipes that I can take on the go with me or put in the fridge, and also that can really fuel my body and feed me nutritionally as well as satisfy my hunger. And so these recipes, hemp is an amazing nutritional powerhouse, and these recipes really exemplify its nutritional values. So let's get started. For the hemp energy bars, you're going to want a medium-sized bowl, and we're going to start with chopping half a cup of nuts. Any nuts that you prefer, peanuts, walnuts, pecans. I prefer pecans. I really like the taste of pecans. Maddie's going to chop them here with me today. And in these hemp bars, we're going to be using whole hemp seeds, so also known as hemp hearts. You can get these in really any grocery store. I got these in the bulk section, and they hold the highest protein percent, and it's 32% protein content. Hemp's actually an amazing source of protein, vegetable-based protein, and it contains all 8 amino acids to make it a complete protein. However, it does lack in lysine. And to make up for that, we are going to pair it with foods that are high in lysine, like such as pineapple, almonds, a lot of different nuts. You yourself, if you're making this at home, you can add figs, mango, avocado, pears. Even ice cream is a good source of lysine. And so pairing hemp with anything that is high in lysine just makes it sufficient in all the 8 amino acids, and it makes it a great source of protein. Also, it's a great source of fat. It's one of those rare foods that has both omega-3s and it has omega-6 and fatty acids, which a lot of bodybuilders and other athletes really look for and have a hard time finding. And it's low in saturated fat, and this makes it good for blood sugar, high cholesterol. People with high cholesterol, like, you don't want a lot of saturated fat in your diet. It's not healthy. And so a lot of people with dietary needs eat hemp. We've been eating hemp for centuries, and it's because of its beneficial, medicinal and beneficial benefits. Okay, so we have our half a cup of pecans chopped, and we can put those in the bowl. And then to that, we're going to add 1/4 cup of ground almonds or almond flour. You can get this in any grocery store. I like to add it. Some people just add chopped almonds, but I like the ground almonds because it's finer, and it adds to the texture, makes it more of a bar rather than just a bunch of stuff stuck together. We're going to throw that in there. And to that, our sweetener that we're using today is maple syrup. You can use honey or agave, really any sweetener of your choice. I love maple syrup, especially with almonds and almond butter. It's my favorite mix. If I maybe put peanuts in here, I probably would have wanted to use honey. I can't get this open. You want to help me? And then on top of our maple syrup, we're going to add 1/2 cup of almond butter. in there.
That's looking good.
Yeah, Maddie, you haven't said too much. Do you, what do you look for when you're looking for nutritional recipes?
Something healthy that can really fill you up. Something easy, we're on the go, always busy.
Yeah.
So it's nice to like be able to make something ahead of time that's like, it's not like too sweet, but it'll keep you
Satisfied.
full. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something you look forward to eating throughout the day.
Definitely. It's easy to eat healthy, but doesn't mean it has to taste good. I just waved to her. Our friend is leaving, so. But we can just give this a good old mix. You want to combine the ingredients as best as possible, because you want all your wet ingredients to really cover up all the dry ingredients. And then we have our whole hemp or hemp heart, and we're gonna do 1 full cup of that in here. Oh, this is gonna be a
You could maybe scoop it out of the thing.
That might have been a better idea. Okay, thanks. There we go. That wasn't a full cup. We'll just it's a bar. We just add it in, and then
it all mixes together.
Yeah, it all mixes together. Little extra this, little extra that. It's fine. And then we're gonna do with our full seeds. I wanted to add at least 2 tablespoons of these, because they're best eaten raw, and having the whole on adds some nutritional value to it, and I like the texture. It gives it a little crunch. So this is just a fun fact too. If you have animals or pets, feeding them hemp actually is really good for their fur, and has the great oils and makes their fur get really nice shine. So
that's fun.
Huh?
That is a fun fact.
Yeah, fun fact, right? And then we're gonna use coconut oil today, and I have 1/4 cup coconut oil here.
It's supposed to be melted?
No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And we have 1/2 cup of cacao chips. You can use semi-sweet chips, chocolate chips, milk chocolate, whatever you like. I like cacao chips. I like the little extra kick and bit of caffeine it gives me in the morning. So, okay. I'm going to start mixing that.
Mm-hmm.
See what we got there. Do I need to put it in the microwave? If you're having a hard time mixing it up and the ingredients are like too thick, you can pop it into the microwave for 10 to 20 seconds just to warm it all up and get it a little bit easier to mix up. You can use a mixer for this. I think it's too thick. If you have a really strong mixer, that's all right. But also, I figure it's a little extra workout, a little arm workout.
We always love the workout.
Yeah, we're always trying to get the most workout in as we possibly can. So to that, while she's mixing it, I'm going to add, this is a cup of coconut. I really, really love coconut, so I always add a little bit of extra. The original recipe, when I did this, didn't have coconut in it, but I feel like that's a must-have for a hearty breakfast bar. Now, if any of you guys are chocolate lovers, like me, and I feel like many of my fellow athletes on the team, you can always add here. I have straight cacao powder, and it's similar to cocoa powder when you're baking, but it has a few extra nutritional benefits, and when I'm kind of feeling a little more chocolatey, I will add a fourth a cup to my mixture. But today I think we're going to keep this just for the smoothie that we are going to make while this is setting. So, but that is always an option, and it's a good option. So how's it coming along there?
It is looking really good.
It is actually looking really good. You're getting it. She's getting all those chunks of coconut oil that I didn't melt mixed up in there. Some other really cool things about hemp and its nutritional benefits is a whole hemp seed has 29% of your dietary fiber, and it's got a really low glycemic index, and which is low in starch and sugars. Did I already talk about this?
Mm-mm.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. It's really low in starch and sugar, and that's really good for lowering your blood sugar levels. A lot of people who struggle with diabetes or have other medical dietary needs, hemp is really good for that. It's low in saturated fats, it's low in sugar, it's high in protein, and it's high in unsaturated fats and the fatty acids that you need. It contains a lot of fiber and a lot of iron. Other things that people are starting to use hemp for is to help with insomnia. There's a good amount of, look at how beautiful that is. All right, we're gonna take our baking pan here, and we can just pour it in, pop it in. You don't need to use such a big baking pan, whether you want thicker or thinner bars. It's all up to you. I like to make them long, like protein bars, I guess. And there we go. Get it in there. I'm just going to use my hands, get a little dirty with it. But you can spread those out through the pan. Last time I made these, I did use a shorter pan, and I thought today,
let's mix it up today.
Let's mix it up and make some really
thin bars.
Thin bars.
We love a good thin bar.
We love a good thin bar. That's what we like, right? Good thin bar with your coffee in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
nothing like that to wake you up.
Okay. And then once you're done spreading these out, you can just pop them in the refrigerator and let that coconut oil and everything else harden up and set. Okay. I'm going to take these to the fridge. Yeah, it definitely was. Well, what if we just took the chocolate milk out and put it in like. There we go. Got it. Had to make room in the fridge there. So while we wash up and while we're waiting for those to set, we're gonna make our pineapple coconut. Ooh, Maddie says it's good. We have a verdict. We're gonna make our pineapple hemp smoothie, and so I'm just going to give you guys a heads up. I freeze my bananas when they get really ripe, and so when you take a really red, they get brown, they get kind of gross. So my bananas look gross, just a heads up. But you're gonna do one whole banana, a fourth to a half a cup of pineapple. You can use frozen pineapple or fresh pineapple. It's up to you.
What are you using today?
I'm using frozen pineapple. As a college kid, it's a lot cheaper to buy frozen pineapple. So
it is. We love a good deal.
we love a good deal. And then I'm using hemp milk today, and yeah, then I mix it up a little bit. But I actually really love the flavor of hemp milk. Hemp has a very mild nutty flavor. I just made a mess right there. But it's a mild nutty flavor, and I feel like it's a little bit thicker than almond milk.
That is looking tasty.
Super tasty. Just making messes as we go. And then to this, I'm gonna add. We should probably add our hemp in too, huh? Yeah. 1/4 cup of hemp heart, and you can add some whole hemp seeds if you'd like, but it's optional. They sometimes don't grind up enough, and then you just get like a crunchy. But some people like crunchy in their smoothies, so it's all up to you. And then I'm gonna add just a little bit of cinnamon.
Ooh.
And a tablespoon of cacao powder.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I like it, And then up to you, but I'm gonna add some vanilla to mine.
Where's that vanilla from?
It's from the Dominican Republic.
Wow.
Dominican Republic. That's what I just said. Dominican Republic. Yeah, I had a friend go down there and do some voluntary. What is it? Work?
Volunteer work?
Missionary work. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. And she brought me back. She knew I love to bake and cook, so she brought me back.
We love a good baker.
Yeah. Okay. Now you can do this in any mixer. I have my trusty NutriBullet here, and you can double the recipe, triple the recipe, make it for the whole family. All right, serve this up.
I, for one, am excited to try it.
I'm glad. I made Maddie come do this with me. I wanted her to experience the benefits of hemp. So, whoa. That would have been bad. Before we sip on that, we should plate up our bars and have our wonderful breakfast. Knife here. Yeah.
Looking good.
Oh, these might have needed to set a little bit longer. They're falling apart. It's fine. Hold on. This is not embarrassing. It's fine. It's fine. You're welcome to talk to the people if you'd like, Maddie.
Yeah, as athletes, we're always trying to look for like healthy and all natural and easy to make at home, so we're not like consuming a lot of chemicals or things that we don't really know what they'll do to our body. So it's always nice to, find something that's natural and filling and tasty that we can kind of make into what we want. So hemp is definitely a really good resource for us in that way.
Nutritional benefits, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's give these puppies a go. I know, aren't they?
Tasty.
So you normally want them to set a little bit longer. Also, there is the option of rolling them into balls.
Ooh,
If you've ever made your own granola bar, you kind of know at the early stages you can it's malleable. You can make it how you want. But for us today, it was in a pan. So I really appreciated everybody watching, and if you have any questions, you can always ask me them below the discussion board.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
It's really good.
Yeah.
That pineapple mixed with the like nutty flavor is really good.
It's like kind of fruity, but
like filling.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, I like the crunch of the whole hemp seeds in it. No, that's good. Bye, you guys.
Thanks for watching.